Did you see the Tucker Carlson interview with the president of Iran? Tucker lobbed softball question after softball question, never pushed back. The worst part is Tucker platformed a stone-cold liar. The American people deserve the truth. So we thought it would be good to give you actual answers. Here we go.
There is a pause, or seems to be a pause, in the war between the United States and Iran. How do you think this will end? How would you like to see it end?
The president told Tucker Iran wants peace.
سنلاحقهم وسندعوهم إلى الإسلام.
The number one state sponsor of terrorism that funds Hamas, Hezbollah, that arms the Houthis. Every Middle East terror group bent on the destruction of Israel and the United States. Just last month, Iran's Grand Ayatollah called for the assassination of President Trump. Does that sound like peace? Next question.
American President Donald Trump has said that the United States bombed your enrichment facilities because the government of Iran refused to give up its nuclear program, and that there can be no peace until Iran does give up that nuclear program. Would you be willing to give up the nuclear program?
Pezeshkian's answer here is a whopper. He claims Iran never wanted nuclear weapons, citing some religious conflict with Islam. Iran has been enriching uranium to 60% on the doorstep of weapons grade. That's why the U.S. and Israel eviscerated Iran's nuclear facilities. Why would a country need to weaponize uranium enrichment hidden deep in a mountain, masked from international inspectors, if the program is peaceful? The answer is obvious. They don't. Next question.
You've suggested that you were anxious to resolve your conflicts with the United States through diplomacy, and that was derailed by war. Would you be willing to restart diplomacy? And could you tell us in general but precise terms the kind of deal you would be willing to accept?
Iran's not interested in diplomacy. It stalls negotiations to buy time to build nuclear weapons. Barack Obama gave Iran billions in pallets of cash. Joe Biden unfroze billions more just weeks before October 7th. And what did Iran do with your money? They used it to fund the Hamas massacre. Next question.
Many Americans are afraid of Iran. You say you're not afraid, but Americans are afraid of Iran. And they believe that Iran would like to strike the United States with a nuclear weapon. They see video of Iranians saying death to America, describing our country as the great Satan. What is your opinion of that?
Pezeshkian says with a straight face, death to America doesn't actually mean death to America. Somehow it means death to American policies. Is anyone actually buying that? Pezeshkian claimed Iran hasn't invaded another country in 200 years. Technically, that's true, because Iran uses proxies, so the Iranians don't get their own hands dirty. In 1983, Hezbollah, an Iranian proxy, killed 241 American servicemen in the Beirut barracks bombing. Iranian-backed militias have killed over 1,200 Americans since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. Pezeshkian blamed Netanyahu for leading Americans to believe Iran wants to kill Trump. The Justice Department has documented multiple Iranian plots against the president and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. How about asking, do you have an active plan to destroy Israel? Why are you funding Hamas and Hezbollah? How many Iranian Jews have been arrested since the war with Israel? Can Christians in Iran feel safe? Why do you torture women for not covering their hair? These would have been better questions. But we already know the answers. From Israel, for the Real Life Network, I'm Daniel Cohen.